Right now, someone over 70 is having a heart attack and they have no idea it's happening. No chest pain, no dramatic collapse, just subtle signs they're dismissing as normal aging. According to the American Heart Association, nearly half of all heart attacks in people over 65 are silent, meaning they happen without the classic symptoms we've all been taught to recognize. I'm going to share 3 signs with you today that most people completely miss. And I need you to pay close attention, because recognizing these signs could be the difference between life and death for you or someone you love. Silent heart attacks are just as dangerous as the ones with obvious symptoms, but they're far more deadly simply because people don't know they're happening. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 74, active, healthy by all accounts. One afternoon she felt unusually tired and had what she described as indigestion. Nothing dramatic. She took an antacid and rested. 3 days later, during a routine checkup, her doctor noticed something on her EKG. Helen had suffered a heart attack and never knew it. The damage to her heart muscle was significant, all because she didn't recognize the warning signs. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, silent heart attacks account for approximately 45% of all heart attacks, and they're 3 times more common in people over 75 than in younger individuals. What makes this even more troubling is that research from Harvard Medical School shows that people who have silent heart attacks have a similar risk of dying from heart disease as those who have heart attacks with classic symptoms. So let's dive into the 3 signs that everyone misses. These aren't the crushing chest pain and left arm numbness you've heard about your whole life. These are subtle, easily dismissed symptoms that your body is screaming at you to notice. The first sign is unexplained fatigue that feels different from normal tiredness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everyone over 70 gets tired. But this is different. According to the Cleveland Clinic, sudden extreme fatigue, especially in women, can be an early warning sign of heart trouble. We're talking about exhaustion that stops you in your tracks, where climbing stairs you normally handle feels impossible, or where you need to sit down after simple activities you usually do without thinking. Here's what's happening in your body. When your heart isn't getting enough blood flow during a silent heart attack, it can't pump efficiently. Your body redirects blood to vital organs, which means less oxygen reaches your muscles. The result is profound, unusual tiredness that doesn't match your activity level. The National Institute on Aging notes that while fatigue can have many causes, sudden onset fatigue combined with other symptoms should never be ignored. Most people dismiss this as just getting older or not sleeping well. But if your fatigue comes on suddenly, is more severe than usual, and doesn't improve with rest, that's your first red flag. Pay attention to it. The second sign is even more commonly dismissed because it mimics something completely harmless. Digestive discomfort, heartburn, indigestion, nausea. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, many people, especially women and older adults, experience heart attacks with gastrointestinal symptoms rather than chest pain. Here's why this happens. Your heart and your digestive system share nerve pathways. When your heart is in distress, those signals can be interpreted by your brain as coming from your stomach or esophagus instead. The American College of Cardiology reports that upper abdominal discomfort, often described as indigestion or heartburn that doesn't respond to antacids, can be a symptom of cardiac distress. The dangerous part is that most people reach for an antacid and ignore it. I mean, who hasn't had heartburn, right? But here's the critical difference. If your digestive discomfort comes with any other unusual symptoms, if it's more intense than your normal indigestion, if antacids don't help, or if it comes on during or after physical activity, you need to consider your heart, not your stomach. A study in Circulation, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that nearly 30% of heart attack patients experienced gastrointestinal symptoms without any chest pain. That's a huge number of people who could easily dismiss what's actually a cardiac emergency. Now, the third sign is the one that scares me the most because it's so easily explained away. Shortness of breath without obvious exertion. You're sitting on the couch, maybe reading or watching television, and suddenly you feel like you can't quite catch your breath. Or you walk to your mailbox, something you do every day, and you're winded in a way that doesn't make sense. The Mayo Clinic identifies unexplained shortness of breath as a major warning sign of heart problems, particularly in older adults. When your heart muscle is damaged or not receiving adequate blood flow, it can't pump blood effectively throughout your body. This means your lungs aren't getting the circulation they need to exchange oxygen efficiently. According to research published in the European Heart Journal, shortness of breath is often the only symptom in elderly patients experiencing acute coronary syndrome, which includes heart attacks. The study found that older adults are more likely to present with atypical symptoms like breathlessness rather than chest pain. Most people blame this on being out of shape, or altitude if they've traveled, or the weather, or literally anything except their heart. But your body doesn't lie. If you're suddenly breathless doing activities that never bothered you before, that's a message worth investigating. Silent heart attacks are particularly dangerous because people don't recognize them, and because they don't recognize them, they don't seek immediate medical care. The American Heart Association warns that delayed treatment significantly increases the risk of heart failure and death because heart muscle continues to die the longer blood flow is restricted. Research from the NIH shows that every minute matters. For every 30-minute delay in treatment, mortality risk increases by about 8%. If you don't know you're having a heart attack, you could go days before seeking help, during which time extensive damage occurs. So what are the warning signs? 3 in particular become exponentially more concerning when they appear together: unusual fatigue, digestive discomfort, and unexplained breathlessness. Any combination should raise immediate red flags. Your body's warning system may speak a different language than Hollywood's version of cardiac events. Trust it anyway. The American College of Cardiology advises that anyone experiencing potential cardiac symptoms should seek evaluation immediately, even if symptoms seem mild. Don't wait to see if they go away. Don't assume it's nothing. Call emergency services or get to a hospital. I know what some of you are thinking. What if I'm wrong? What if it's just indigestion? Here's the truth. Medical professionals would rather evaluate you and find nothing serious than have you wait at home during an actual heart attack. There's no embarrassment in being cautious with your heart health. According to European Society of Cardiology guidelines, if you're not allergic and don't have bleeding disorders, chewing 1 regular aspirin while waiting for emergency services can help slow clot growth and reduce heart damage. But always call for emergency help first. Aspirin is a temporary measure, not a replacement for professional care. Understanding your risk factors matters too. The CDC reports that age is the #1 risk factor. After 70, risk increases substantially. Add diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking history, or family history of heart disease, and your risk compounds. But the WHO reminds us that many heart attacks are preventable. Regular physical activity, managing blood pressure and cholesterol, maintaining a healthy weight, and not smoking all make enormous differences. If you've already had a silent heart attack, early detection is crucial. The American Heart Association recommends regular EKGs for people over 65 with risk factors. Silent heart attacks often leave telltale signs that alert doctors to previous events. Johns Hopkins research confirms that people who've had silent heart attacks face higher risk of future events. But with proper treatment and lifestyle changes, that risk can be managed effectively. Your action plan. Know your risk factors and discuss them with your doctor. Pay attention to your body. Unusual fatigue, digestive discomfort, unexplained breathlessness. Write them down and share them with family. Don't dismiss symptoms because they don't match what you expect a heart attack to feel like. And maintain regular checkups. Blood pressure checks, cholesterol tests, and EKGs are simple tools that provide crucial information. Silent heart attacks don't have to be death sentences. With awareness, quick action, and proper medical care, survival and full recovery are absolutely possible. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next one.